does being a parent mean to you? I know that being a parent can mean actually quite different things to different people. And some of that is down to your own experience of being parented yourself as a child. And some of it is just down to your values and your what you consider to be important. And I can go in so many different directions with this because these are conversations that I've had over the years with like so many people. There's so many different things coming into my head right now about, like working parents, stay at home parents, parents that consider being a mum, let's just keep it to mums for now, it defines them, and that their children are the only thing that are important at all. And then there are others that say that being a parent doesn't define them and that they want to be known for X, Y, or Z. And as I say, these are conversations that I get reminded of so much because conversations that I've had with friends, when we think about, things as simple as sharing your bed with your children and whether or not bed sharing is ever allowed or always allowed. Thinking about returning to work as a working parent when you have young children, whether your baby is under a year old or whether you've been off work throughout all of your, raising all of your children and then returning to work much later. Or whatever it may be. Like, there are so many different opinions about what being a parent should look like, what it should feel like, what you should be doing. And I can remember seeing a wonderful meme on Facebook a few years ago that was just basically like dispelled all of it. It was like, it doesn't matter whether you breastfeed or bottle feed or bed share or like work or not work or like whatever it is, whatever aspect of parenting you choose to do, as long as you're obviously not causing your children any harm, then it's whatever works for you. Like, nobody has the right to judge it. And that's absolutely right. Obviously, nobody has the right to judge anybody on anything, really. But I was having a conversation earlier this week with somebody, and we were thinking about parenting, and it was a client session, and we were thinking about somebody else. This is not my client. Somebody who was affected by this lady who had, abandoned her children, and not abandoned her children out of love or compassion or for any great reason, just abandoned her children basically because she wanted to build a different life for herself in a different country, and so kind of like upped and went. And it just had me thinking about like what parenting means to me and what being a mother means to me. And I do lots of affirmations, I do lots of like goal work, as you probably know. And I can remember years back, like just thinking like, all I just want is just like happy children. Like, I just want my kids to be happy. And still now, like, all I want is for my kids to be happy. And I think about the work that I do with my clients, and so many of them are mums and just want to have happy children. But it's about defining what that happiness looks like, what it looks like for us as mothers and as parents, and what it looks like for our children. And, we can have other people in our lives that we wouldn't parent our children the same way as they do. Like, we might fundamentally disagree with certain aspects of what they do, or we might look at them with absolute adoration and kind of think, gosh, I wish I could do it like that, or I wish I'd had the opportunity to do it like that. And I suppose the thing is that it doesn't matter as long as we feel in our hearts that we've done the best that we can, and that our kids are safe and happy. And my youngest is going to be 5 over half term, so in a week and a half's time. And I'm so worried about lockdown. I'm so worried about there being another lockdown. And I don't actually care about lockdown at all. I'm just worried because it's going to be her birthday. And I don't want her birthday to be ruined by not being able to see any of her friends. It's already going to be difficult anyway with this rule of 6 business. And, actually all that matters to me is that I just want her to have a nice birthday. So, I don't know, to just got me thinking. This conversation, as I say, with this other lady has been playing on my mind, just because it was a very emotive conversation for me. I can't imagine abandoning my children. And, to be fair, the balance of that conversation was that there are many women who, in times past, have been forced to abandon their children. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like anybody who leaves their children is awful. It wasn't like that, but it was, when it was a conscious decision and it was a selfish decision. And I've had these conversations with women before. There's nothing unique about it. It just makes me wonder what makes certain women behave in a certain way. I don't know. Fortunately, it's not anything I've ever had to understand myself. But these things happen. So that's it, really. Yeah. What does parenthood mean to you? What does motherhood mean to you? And do we have any right actually to judge other people on what they do? Maybe they have their reasons deep down. Maybe they don't. I don't know. If you would like to contact me about parenthood, relationships, or anything else, then do feel free to drop me a line. I'm happy to have a chat with you. All right. Have a lovely rest of day. Bye bye.